Alright, the electric start has arrived. We get a flywheel removing tool, and there's also a piston stop screw there, which I probably won't use. I may use it, I might not, I don't know. Let's see, now I've got the flywheel. It comes with a nut, and with this flywheel you'll see the difference. It has these lugs here which connect with the lugs on the drive here. Now, one thing to notice is that the drive has a sprag clutch in it, so it's always connected to the engine through the flywheel, even with the motor running, which I don't think is a good idea, but it does have a couple of decent bearings in there. We'll see. We'll see. I'm sure it's okay. I'm sure it's just me, but something that's constantly running all the time, I don't think that that's a good idea. I would prefer to see the shaft. Where is it? I prefer to see the shaft go in and push down to engage before starting, and then when you release it comes up away from the flywheel. That's what I'd like to see, but anyway, we'll get started. Alright, we've got our first problem. It doesn't surprise me though. The removing tool, there's a millimetre difference between these two holes and the two threads in the flywheel, and these bolts, they don't even go through. So there's a millimetre difference. So what I'm going to have to do is these end holes here, I'm going to have to drill them out an extra millimetre. Alright, I've had to drill these out to 8 millimetres to actually get that to work. So I've drilled them out to 8 millimetres. I've got it on. I've loosened the black nut there so that the bolt here doesn't go directly on the crankshaft, it goes onto the top of this nut, and we'll see how we go from there. Alright, done. It was probably about as tight as doing a wheel nut up on a car. Pretty tight, but anyway, the little tool did the job, even though I had to modify it to get it on. Alright, there's one thing I'm very concerned about, and that is the ignition timing. And whenever you fit a part like this, you've got to make sure that it's been made correctly. I'm just lining the marks up. It's all lined up there. Now look at the keyway. And if you look right in there, yes, it does look like the keyway is lined up, and it is the same. Yes, I'd have to say there shouldn't be a problem there. You can also see where the coil has come loose and scraped the old flywheel. The seal looks okay. It's all dirty, of course, but everything looks okay. Yeah. So at this stage, it's all good. I'll slip the new one in and we'll see how we go from there. All right, I've just snug it down, and I put a bit of paint there on the nut. And what I'm going to do now is just get my trusty Milwaukee here, and we'll just give it a bit of an impact. I'll just have to put the camera down while I do that. Now, you can see I've got 1/4 of a turn out of it. So we'll just leave that. I'll just put a little mark on that. Yeah. So if ever that moves, I'll see. I'll do one here too, just on these here. Just in case. They've got Loctite on them, but they won't come loose. There. All right, we'll put the housing on there and give it a go. All right, it's all together, and you can see that I can turn it anti-clockwise, so there's a spray clutch in there. I'm using this, okay, it's a 6mm electric dual drive Allen key. The one that came with it is this, and it's bent. I don't know whether you can see the bend in it, but somebody's, I don't know, ridiculous. I've tried bending it straight, but it seems to be a tempered steel, so we'll just go with this and see how we go. It's shorter, but no problem. We'll get it on the ground, see. All right, now the motor's cold. Okay, I haven't even started. I've just primed it up. And we'll turn this on. Make sure everything's working. And we'll connect that on there. Yeah, let's see how we go. Okay, now what I didn't have, I don't know whether you can see that, I had it on low speed. Obviously high speed's where you need it, so we'll just give it another go. Right. Yeah, I thought maybe the low speed because it's higher torque, but no, you need the high speed. All right, well that concludes the electric start. It does work. Okay, we've tested it, it works. I've got the covers on, and I found out that it couldn't get this in because this is in the way. So one of these hole drills, perfect. Drilled a nice little hole there, and this just slips straight in. There it is. Perfect. Slightly off, but it works. It's good. Here we go. Now all I've got to do now is these screws here. They're 30mm. When you put this on, you need 35mm, and they don't come in the packet. So we're going to go up and get 35mm screws. Now these, again, original are 30, and they've got to be 35 to go through the nut on the other side. So we'll get them, and then that's it, job done for another day.